On this week's Spotlight Music Series, we want to welcome back singer-songwriter Lauren Hall. Lauren, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
So you have been, singing and songwriting since you were in middle school, right?
Yes.
So what inspired you to even start singing to begin with?
So it's funny, I know a lot of, especially in country music, a lot of blonde girls who play guitar always say Taylor Swift, but it's funny, I really wasn't introduced to country music. No one around me listened to it. And when she kind of came on the scene as a teenager, I just really related to the songs she was writing, and she kind of set a model for something that I could see myself doing and wanted to do. So, I started discovering Taylor Swift and then got into more country music and fell in love with the genre itself. So started writing songs at 13 years old, just about life and boys and and it just kept progressing into more life stuff and relationships.
Yeah. And so how do you feel what inspires you?
Yeah.
When we're young, we still go through, the boys and all that stuff, but obviously, you're a woman now.
Yes.
How does your songwriting change throughout the years, your inspiration for that?
Yeah, I think, just as you grow and experience life and go through different things, you grow as a person, you have different experiences, and just those different life experiences bring new songwriting material to write about, and just kind of discovering who you are and what you want in a relationship, what you want out of life, and seeing other people that are close to you go through things too, and learning from that as well. So.
You have an album coming out in a couple weeks.
Yes.
What is this album about?
So it's coming out October 27th, so in a week. It's called To Love You, and it's funny, from the title, you would think it's a bunch of love songs, and there are some love songs, but I kind of wrote the entire album about this one relationship in my life, and I kind of recapped it from start to finish. And so there's love songs, there's breakup songs, it's just kind of a little bit of everything. And I called it To Love You because as I reflected on it, I was like, well, these are all the emotions and the stories that came with this relationship, and this is what came with me falling for this person. And so that's why I wrote it, and that's why I called it that. So
it almost sounds like a love letter to yourself as well.
Yeah, it's just even though there's a little bit of everything, songwriting wise, there's the breakup songs and the love songs, and ultimately it's it doesn't necessarily have the quote-unquote happy ending to the album, but it's reflecting on that relationship, what I learned from it, and seeing other people connect to the songs makes it a little bigger than my life and my experiences too, which is nice.
And we're getting a sneak peek of your new music video that isn't out yet, which is exciting. It's called Night and Day.
Yes.
Can you talk to us about this song in particular?
Yeah, so Night and Day it's a really fun song. I obviously love country music, but this song took on kind of a 80s pop rock feel to it in the production, so it's a little different for me, but it's one of the love songs, and it's kind of about how going through different relationships and getting your heart broken, and then meeting somebody that kind of shows you the right way to be loved and be treated. And so it's a fun one. I'm really excited for this one to be released.
Yeah, well, I can't wait to hear it. And now, so the album's coming out the 27th,
yes,
but you have a release party on the 26th.
Yes, it's actually my birthday too. So it's going to be a birthday party, album release party. It's going to be at the Windjammer, and we'll play songs off the album. We've got another great local artist opening. His name's Grayson Little. And then at the end, we're going to be doing a bunch of 90s country covers, and it'll just be a big party. So.
Yeah. And where can people get tickets for this?
the-windjammer.com.
Okay, wonderful. And before we get into the music video, I have to ask you, do you have any advice for young women who are aspiring to be a singer-songwriter?
Yeah, I mean, it's a wild business. It's changing every day. I think something for me is just knowing because you can compare yourself a lot in this business. It is very competitive, but just knowing that there's only one of you. You have no one else has your voice, has the things you have to say, the songs you're going to write. So just focusing on the gift that you have for whatever opportunity you have, because you're going to be in a room with people that nobody else might have an impact on. You know what I mean? So just really knowing that you're a one of a kind. You have your own songs and your own talent to give to people. And
yeah, that's beautiful. And Lauren, where can our viewers go to keep up with you?
LaurenHallMusic.com, and then social media is all Lauren Hall Music.
All right, wonderful. Well, Lauren, thank you so much for joining us today, and I am so excited we get to hear a Night and Day sneak peek.